Hey everyone, I know it's been a while. I haven't been out here to shoot any videos, but I just wanted to bring you guys along because I am cleaning out some things in the garden and I wanted to show you guys what I have going on. So this is my space where I was growing my cucumbers and melon and runner beans up along the structure of the greenhouse. And as you can see, these plants are really sick. This is what you call downy mildew. It's not the same as powdery mildew, but it is just as detrimental to your plants. So I'm not going to try to save these plants. These plants are done. It's end of the summer and it's time to just get these out of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip them off from the bottom where the root, where the root is at. And then I'm just going to let it hang here and dry out. And that'll be easier for me to remove them once they're all dried out. So if you take a look, it's kind of a tangled mess here. Yeah, this is all beans and melon and cucumber, and once it gets growing, I don't know what's what. So I will get to the bottom where I know what I planted and where, and I will snip the bottoms, and then once those plants dry out, I will be able to tell which ones I want to remove. So that's what I have going on today. I've got still a couple of cucumbers coming in, not very many. I'm pretty much done with cucumbers, which is okay with me. I've had my fill of cucumbers. I did pickles. We've been eating fresh cucumbers and salads. It's been really nice to have all of the cucumbers. I've got beans still coming in. These are the Kentucky Wonder Pole beans, so that's good. It looks like I may have a few Chinese red noodle beans down here that Pete from Pete's Little Homestead sent me. And if you see, the beans are still going strong. These are pole beans, and pole beans will continue to produce for you up until the frost. So I'm going to let these keep producing, as well as the Scarlet runner beans. That's the ones with the red flowers. The hummingbirds love those. If you didn't see that short that I posted, hummingbirds love those flowers. I'm going to leave those there. I basically grew this Scarlet runner bean for the first time this year, and it was kind of an experiment for me. Basically, I just wanted to collect a lot of seed to begin with. Sorry, that's my neighbor's dogs. So this year will be a seed collecting year for those beans, and now that I know how vigorous they are and how well they grow, I can strategically plant those throughout the garden next year. And next year I will be able to keep a better eye on the beans because they get big so quick. Now, the thing with Scarlet runner beans is the entire plant is edible. The leaves are edible, the flowers are edible, of course the beans are edible. And the tubers, which are the roots, are also edible. It is considered a survival plant, if you will. So, the thing with the beans is you have to catch them at the very early stage of growth in order to eat them raw. Once they start to develop into a bean, like a plump, lumpy, I guess you could call it, lumpy bean, then you want to cook them because they can be toxic if you don't. So it's hard to catch them because they grow so quick. So it's hard to catch them in their early stages when I can snack on them and eat them raw. But Next year, I will definitely keep an eye on the scarlet runner beans so that I can harvest them early. But this year will just be a learning experience for me, and I will just harvest seed. So let me show you one of the bean pods here that has dried up. Right here, you can see these are the dried up beans, and I don't know if you can hear that. It's really, and this is not the best one, but you can hear that crunching. That's when you want to harvest them, when they're nice and dry. And then if you look, see if I can do this with one hand, inside, these are what the beans look like. Look at how beautiful those are. Can you see that? Look at that purple and black. So, like I was saying, the scarlet runner beans are very, very prolific. Okay, I think I may have planted 4 plants. It could anywhere between 3 and 5. I don't remember the exact number, but I did plant them with collecting seed in mind. So I'm letting them all dry up, and I'm harvesting the pods when they're nice and crisp and dried up, and I'm harvesting these beautiful beans. Okay. So, like I said, the leaves are edible, the flowers are edible, and yes, I have tasted the flowers. They're very tasty, very sweet. Probably the sweetest flowers you'll ever taste. They're beautiful in a salad. Okay, the tubers are edible as well. However, I will not be digging up the tubers. I'm actually going to mulch them. And I'm going to try to see if they will come back again next year. Because I have read and I have, heard that in some places, scarlet runner beans are a perennial plant. Now, I live in zone 5B, so it gets really cold here. I mean, freezing cold. So I'm not filled with expectation, but stranger things have happened. So I'm not going to rule it out, but I am going to, when the time comes, I'm going to snip them off at the roots, and I'm going to leave the roots in the ground. And if they come back again next year, then they come back again next year. But this year is a bean saving year, and I have to say, these are some of the most beautiful beans that I have ever seen.